Happy Tuesday, Modexus. This is Helen coming to you from my beautiful office in Vancouver. It occurred to me on the weekend that I've never done a specific video on the logic behind optimizing glutathione. Why are 2 capsules of Longacera Longevity the maintenance dose, daily recommended maintenance dose? What's the thinking, the scientific thinking behind that? And can you take more, and why would you take more? So let's walk this back to, you're an infant, you're born, you get your glutathione from your mother. Hopefully you get a nice chunk of it. The average amount of glutathione that we get when we're born is about 10 grams. Now, so if you're using the imperial system and grams don't make sense to you, 10 grams of glutathione probably wouldn't fill a teaspoon. So if you take a teaspoonful, you take a teaspoon, you look at that and you go, all of my master molecule for my immune function, for detoxification, and to fight inflammation is in that amount. It's really incredible. That's how powerful glutathione is. So we recycle. So we get it when we're born, then we recycle it for the rest of our life. Now, as we get older, or if we get challenged, like if we're young and we have some kind of chronic ailment when we're young, or if we're in a high stress job, or if we're working around a lot of toxins, or for some reason we are taking a lot of medications, we're going to challenge that recycling process in the liver. So about 50% of our glutathione is in the liver. It's there specifically. Our liver does the recycling of glutathione. It also, the cysteine from the glutathione also stimulates the breakdown of fat in our liver and the whole detoxification process. So the amino acid cysteine is very important in these processes. The other amino acids contribute to the anti-inflammatory and immune functions. So we need all of these things in our body. We have this little thing, 10 grams, won't fit in a teaspoonful. 50% in our liver, about 25% in our lungs, some in our skin, and some in our eyeball, which makes sense because, if something was going to attack us, coming through the eye, coming through our skin, coming through our breathing, or coming through our food system, through our digestive tract, just makes sense. So in the recycling of glutathione, what we're trying to accomplish, and what we believe we're accomplishing with Longacera Longevity, is replacing the glutathione that we utilize every day, which is about 10% or 1 gram. So there's enough nutritional ingredients in Longacera Longevity for your body to have what it needs to actually replace this gram. If we don't have something like Longacera Longevity, then we're scavenging for amino acids from our food. We're scavenging for other antioxidants from our food. And if we have a standard American diet, chances are we're not getting good sources of antioxidants and good sources of protein. So we would be scavenging a lot. And when we look at people that are older, 80, 90, or 100, one of the things that they have, if they're healthy, one of the things they have in common, actually it's the only thing they have in common, is they have glutathione levels that are equivalent to what we would find in a 40-year-old person. So they have these amazing levels of glutathione. Their body has efficiently recycled their glutathione through their life. So that's the thinking behind Longacera Longevity. So we put a little bit of glutathione in there as this trigger mechanism, and then we put enough amino acids in there to replace this like gram of glutathione that our body, to ensure that our body has the nutritional ingredients to replace and recycle this gram of glutathione that our body's needing every day. Now, if we have a chronic illness, if we're using a lot of medications, if we're in a high stress job, and making a lot of cortisol and insulin and other hormones, if all those things are going on, and those are just processes of life, they tend to, so the recycling of glutathione now is challenged in our liver, because if we have drugs in our liver, if we have toxins in our liver, if we have extra hormones in our liver, and our liver is now having to break down more than usual, then it uses our glutathione stores in our liver to do that, and we have less to go out into the body to protect us from other invaders in the body. So this is where glutathione optimization, in my opinion, becomes really important. I think everybody on the planet should be doing it. There's no reason not to, because it's genetically controlled. We can't take too much. So yes, you can take 4 capsules a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, particularly if you're in a stressful environment, if you've been sick, if you're taking medication, or you have a chronic condition. So hopefully this is helpful to you. So the thinking behind this is we're going to have the nutrients available to replace that 1 gram of glutathione that we use on a normal basis. That's the maintenance dose. And we're going to have extra to ensure that we can recycle more glutathione when the demand for glutathione is high in our body. So hope you find this helpful, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.